Good morning. It is 2:40 a.m. and I'm on my way to the gym right now. I think I was thinking about something. The almost there phenomenon. There's people who play the lottery on a fairly regular basis, and they're always one number off. Always. They're always just one number off. Or there's the people who stand in line on Black Friday and they're only giving out 4 TVs or something crazy like that, and they're always just one person off of getting what they stood in line for. Or I remember when I used to gamble, and there was an opportunity to make the big score, and it seemed like I was always just a little bit off. But you ever notice when you're off and then the next person wins, you wonder two things. There's two things you wonder about the person who actually won the one thing that you were just barely off of winning yourself. One is, why them? Like, why them? Why not me? The second thing you wonder, what does it feel like to be in their shoes? The thing that you've wanted for so long, you see everybody else getting. Maybe even people who don't believe like you believe. Maybe even people that don't worship like you worship. Maybe even people who you know deep down are not good people. When you see them getting this, there's two things that come to mind. I guarantee it. Why them and why not me? And I wonder what it feels like to be in their shoes. And that's a very debilitating feeling, to know that you were off, but yet somebody else keeps getting that favor. And in your mind, I speak from experience. In your mind, you say, that little boost could have got me a lot further than where I'm at now. I just need that one break. Just need that one break, and all my problems will go away. I think it was Paul, one of the disciples, was in jail. And he's like, listen, God, check it out, bruh. How about this? Just get me up out of here. You know how easier it would be if I didn't have to go through this? This is a conversation Paul's having with God. Right? It'd be so much easier, like, just bless me. Just open up the jail door. Stop letting these people persecute me. Stop letting them track me down like I'm some damn wild dog. And I can go through the world bringing more people to you. How about it, God? What do you think? Sound like a deal? It sounds like a good deal. Come on. When I heard that, I knew at that moment that God's plan is so much bigger than what we can envision. And trust me, I get social media envy. I get car envy. I get when I'm at the award ceremony and I didn't get in the top 10 envy. How come them? Why not me? I serve you, God. I want that. How come them? Why not me? I never hear them talk about you. How come them? Why not me? And then it's real easy to get into this competition. Or it's real easy to get depressed. You know, when I started knowing that people have a tendency to believe what they see versus what they know, or, you know, what's intended for them, is when people started telling me, man, you have a really good life. You're on top of the world. You got it figured out. I started laughing. Who are you talking to? You. I don't have this figured out. Which leads me to believe, did I give that much of an impression that you actually believe I don't have no problems? We all got problems. We all got things we're going through. But what do you do when you're looking around and you're saying, why them? Why not me? There's probably been a couple situations where my wife may have played the lottery. I don't know if she plays anymore. And she may have been two numbers off, and she looks and says, oh, that person won. Because I know when me and my wife first got together, I think she believed that she was going to get rich and famous off winning the lottery. And I'll tell you something. People win the lottery all the time. But I'll also tell you something. We've actually been able to see the end story of lottery winners. And it sounds like it's almost always devastating. The huge injection of financial wealth tears the family apart. Starts bringing all these crazy people out of the woodworks. You're getting sued left and right because people know you have something. So how I calm myself down when I'm flipping through Facebook and it seems like everybody and their mama done bought a brand new car, but yet me and my wife we're sharing a vehicle. This is our current process. It's our current process. One that I've seen before. One that has made me stronger before. And I see everybody else prospering. What I do when I get into that mood is I become grateful for what I do have. Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving me a healthy body. Thank you for the use of my arms, my legs. Thank you for my children. Thank you for the covering on my wife. And then I remind myself that God's process is not always intended for me to dissect, break down, be able to analyze and say, oh, this and this. Sometimes I just have to say, I trust you. I know you know what I want. I know you know what I'm working towards. So I trust you. Never once making it a point to concern myself with the other person. Not with, are they going to be able to maintain their blessing? Not with how they got their blessing. Not with, even maybe sometimes people get so vindictive and evil that they wish that they lose it. I don't wish anybody to lose anything. I wish that whatever they get, they multiply it. Because that's what I would want somebody to do for me. I wouldn't, when my blessing comes, I don't want people sitting there, even though I know it's going to happen. I don't want people sitting there saying, oh, why him? He don't deserve it. He'll probably blow through it anyways. It's hard when you're not winning to root for somebody else. But it's also very, very necessary. It builds something in you that when you're taking L's, when you're not at the best point in your life, and you can still root for somebody else who, yeah, it's kind of questionable. How did you get there? How did it happen? It's kind of hard to root for your president when in your mind you're wondering, how did you get here? But do you know how much more it would benefit your body and your soul, instead of questioning how he got there, just start praying for him while he's there, in the position that he makes the right decisions. Too often, we always play this zero-sum game thing. It's always like, in order for me to win, you have to lose. I used to think that about real estate transactions. Until I started realizing, one, how many houses actually come on the market for sale? Two, how many of those homes fall through, meaning the agent was not even able to sell it? Or three, how many of them expired? I was like, there's 15,000 more homes that nobody even touched. How can there be a shortage? How can there be lack? How can there be not enough of? But whatever we have to tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better about why we're not winning. But the topic of the conversation was, how come there's so many other people winning around us when we know where we stand at with God? My advice, which is the advice I take for myself, is just be patient. Be steadfast and don't grow weary. You're being prepared for something. If you can withstand the hits.